Pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
How can they release it that cheap? They can do so much.
Disgusting, isn't it? It's a non-profit organisation, isn't it? So I don't think they have to make a profit.
So much money.
Okay, so we are back up. We've got King 10-7 flop. Seat 1 is Dan, he's got Queen 9, he's got a gut shot. We've got Seat 2 with Queen 9 as well, he's got another gut shot. Seat 8, we've got deuces, it was actually ahead but is folded because Kieran's a fish and he doesn't know his deuces are ahead. Obviously, he should fold it there. But Seat 1's also folded, so Queen 9 is taking this down with a stab, which is it's nice to see a flop like that. Although, Seat 1, Dan has folded maybe a bit low there. He's folded to 1 bet when he's got a gut shot. I wouldn't be doing that.
Who was the bet from?
The bet was from Seat 2, which is James Rowe. James Rowe's quite active.
Yeah, he's got like 500 quid. I can only assume Dan's sitting down with like maybe 20, 30 quid.
Yeah, Dan is sat down quite cheap because he's a fish.
And he's out of position, so James doesn't really let up.
Position is important.
Yes, it is.
It's everything.
The power.
It's 9/10 of the law.
Yep. Who wants to flip?
Something like that, innit? I'll flip.
How much? Quid?
I've got 70p on me.
We've been running with
Yeah,
tabs.
okay. We'll do it with tabs.
Okay, we can do it with tabs. Tabs makes sense.
I am down like 20 quid from tabs.
So you want to do pounds then for tabs?
Yeah.
Fivers, pounds,
Pounds.
fivers, pounds.
Pounds.
Is that like us, dude?
No.
I thought it was
We
done.
can't smoke in here.
No, I usually buy that.
What game?
4 card. Let's just start off with a nice 4 card. Okay, so the dealer button is on Smurf in seat 4, which means the action is on Kieran in seat 8. Kieran has deuce 6 off, so I imagine that was going to go into muck very quickly.
My ace is dead.
2 seconds, let me just see this happens. Nothing seems to be happening. I don't know what they're doing, fanning about. Is that a board? Yeah. We've got ace jack.
Yeah, well,
It's rubbish. Got nothing. You got ace high. Oh, I've got ace high as
just
well.
ace high, is it? Queen!
Rips the queen.
Just don't rip it out.
2 aces, that was
It's
it.
like the one ace. You're like fucking shitting me.
It is folded round to James Rowe. James Rowe is in seat 2 and he's got king jack off.
I'm dead.
I imagine he's going to raise it. And it's been called by seat 3, which is checking his card so I can't quite see. Seat 4 has also called with ace 5. That's Smurf and the button. And Joey's called in seat 5 with ace 8. So seat 3 has 8 free off, and I believe that is the seat 3 is Andy Pilsack and he's called with 8 free off.
I'm dead.
There's a third ace just in case.
Fucking unbelievable.
So we haven't got a flop yet, but we are 4 way to the flop. King Jack, 8-3, Ace 5 and Ace 8. So we get a flop of Ace 5 9, all hearts. Everyone's checking to see if we've got a heart, so I can't actually see what we've got. So seat 5 has the 8 of hearts. Seat 2 has the Jack of hearts. So that is James
2
Rowe.
pair for seat 4.
Seat 4 does have 2 pairs, so
This will be a fast swap.
yeah.
Seat
So
4.
James, someone's better. So I think Joey's better with the 8 of hearts. Oh, and he's got an ace as well. So Joey's better with an ace. I don't think James Rowe's done anything yet. James Rowe's folded his Jack of hearts, which was a good heart. Seat 3 quickly gets out of the way. And seat 4, which is Smurf, comes along with his 2 pair. Oh, no, he's raised it to £7.
Yeah, but he's definitely playing this fast.
So Smurf has raised the original £2 bet to £7 now. So Joey does have a decision. He has got an ace and a flush draw, which I'd probably say was a call.
Well, he's only in bad shape if he's got like exactly ace 10, the 10 of hearts.
Yeah, so he does make a call.
Or ace jack with their jack of hearts.
And the next card is a 3.
Oh my god. I just peel these.
Forever peeling aces.
5, okay. Blockers the boats.
Every day I'm shuffling. Oh, sorry, we're missing the action here. Not sure how it's going. Why does Jacob have a triangle on the table? Oh, is that an all-in then?
I'm dead.
It's
You're
just-
fucking dead.
River's a deuce of spades, I believe. Smurf takes that pot down. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I'm not sure if Smurf
We got
shoved.
him. I think he shoved the tail when he raised
Yeah,
and got called.
and got called.
You win.
And yeah, Smurf wins. I think I'll just...
You won with 2 cards.
There's about.
£2. I'm like so fucking bad at flips.
So Smurf just wins a big pot there. I think Joey should be folding there. He's only got a 1 heart and not a very strong ace.
He could be dead.
Mm. That's the thing, his ace is out of heart, so it'd be useless because Smurf could have a higher flush draw. So yeah, you have a good looking commentator tonight. Yeah, not used to it, gonna treat you tonight. We have a whole 6 viewers. Hello to our 6 viewers. Oh, we're actually behind on here. That's
Yeah,
quite
15
interesting.
minutes.
What, me talking there? No, it's just like a couple of minutes behind.
Is it?
Yeah.
6 card out now. I have to win one of these, right?
No. You can definitely lose both.
You can lose all of them.
Diamonds.
Okay, so the action is on seat 2, James Rowe, who has 5 deuce off. I assume he's going to fold that.
There we go.
Next to him is Andy Pilsack, who I think has got 8-6 of clubs.
On Yash.
So James Rowe hasn't folded yet. James Rowe does fold. Seat 3, Andy Pilsack calls with 8-6 of clubs. Jack 7 in seat 4 for Smurf, calls. Joey in seat 5 with ace-5 off on the button.
Ace King of Diamonds, by the way.
Let me swivel.
He raises to £2. Seat 7's 10-3 off, he's going to get out of it.
No, not on this.
I don't.
It's a good card.
A
Your blockers
deuce.
to my straight.
That was straight draw.
We get 2 folds. No, sorry, we don't get 2 folds. Andy
Not
Pilsack's
fine.
called with 8-6 of clubs, so that's going to price Smurf in with Jack 7 of
Yeah, that's
spades.
Still ahead. Still ahead. 8-6 is a straight? No, it's not.
What do I need?
5 of diamonds. Is that good?
What do I need?
You need
Not
a
yet.
10, a diamond,
5, 7.
pair of 7s. I've got a pair of nothing at the
I've
moment.
got 2 pairs, 7s and 8s.
Yeah, 7s, 8s.
No, I haven't, that's mine.
You're King 7.
There right now.
You've got ace.
So as you win.
No,
No, you're winning right
that's
now.
me. That's the nuts.
There you go, he's 1-1 back.
I did it!
So we have a King Jack 6 flop. So Andy's ahead with his pair of 6s. I'm not sure if Joey bets, I didn't see. Smurf must have folded pre-flop because Smurf would have been ahead of me. So turn is an 8, giving Andy 2 pair. And Joey still with check. Goes to the river, which is a 4. So Andy has the lock on this hands. It's Andy who has to act first. Might have checked it. Well, I see a blue chip in the middle, so at least Andy bets out 60p into a 8 pot,
What's the game?
and Joey, he's done something, he's moved something, I'm not sure what that was. He's raised, and Andy has folded his 2 pair,
What? How can you remember that fold?
and Joey has showed him the bluff. Get wrecked, Andy.
Holy
Andy
shit.
got completely wrecked live on stream. Which of course I'm going to message him to let him know he got wrecked, just in case he didn't know.
If he showed the bluff, I'm pretty sure it knows.
5 card over. You're a pound up. You fucking right.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Min bet fold on the riv.
I've got one of your cards.
Is it the 7 of hearts?
Yeah.
That's the King of Hearts with a flush draw.
7 of hearts is
The
big.
free roll.
No pair.
That's a flush.
Holy shit.
Oh, you got a flush?
Yeah, you need to hit a pair.
Flush is good.
Unless...
You
I'll
hit
get
the
that
ace of
ace of
hearts.
hearts.
That's the ace of hearts. I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, it's a 7.
I
Oh,
know, yeah.
that trips as
I
well.
got a good sweat, guys.
Oh, if I'd hit another pair,
It's ridiculous that you didn't.
that's pretty disgusting actually. You deserve to lose that.
I think so. I'm pretty amazing. Who's calling me?
So this is a weekend of poker for everyone involved with the UClan Poker Society. So we're having lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun.
Lots of fun.
Lots of fun. So we have new hands. In a minute we will do anyway.
What's up? Finish rolling.
Yeah, we should. I should just spark it here, it'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
What Connor is?
Open the window, put a fan on.
No, it's
Okay,
curious to walk past
so
that way more than.
The action was on Smurf. Smurf folded.
I could do
Um,
that, I bet you know, I'm tired.
We have a call out Jerry seat 5 with 3-4 suited. Got a call out Jacob in seat 7 with Queen 10 off. We've got King Queen in seat 1
So-
with Dan. I assume Dan's raised this to £1. James Rowe calls his bet straight off with 5-6 off.
Yeah, I know how we do it. Yeah.
Seat 3 gets out away,
Right.
which is Andy. Joey has 3-4 with diamonds
Was
and
that
he's
Richard
already put
Freeman?
20p in his
No,
pot,
it's
so it's only
Kieran's.
80p more for him to call, which he does.
No, it's good.
And Jacob can't really fold this on a button with so much money in. So it's Queen 10, King Queen, 5-6, and 3-4. So flops are 4, 6, 7, all clubs. So that gives seat 3 a pair. It gives seat 7 a 10 high flush draw. Seat 1 just King Queen with no club, and seat 2 is 5-6 off. So at the moment, 2 players with actual hands. So we have a bet out of James Rowe. We have a call at £2.
He's
Out of seat
not even seen his
4
cards.
with
and he's
a
losing
seat
money.
5 with a pair. 10 high flush draws folded. So now we get seat 2 James with a pair of 6s versus seat 5 Joey.
He's dead.
So there's an 8. So that gives James a straight, and that does make Joey dead to a chop.
I should.
You win, Ash.
So Joey has, James is bet out £3. Joey's quickly called. We've got another 5. So that puts us straight out on the board. So if neither player folds,
Didn't see
it
the
will be a
second
chop. James checks it,
You're a jerk.
and I assume Joey will check it as well.
You win, Ash.
Joey checks it, they show the cards, and see that the board has had a straight, so they will chop it. You mean I won? Sweet.
There you go. I mean, you can sweat if you want, but you did win.
I won. Whoa. Did you see that set as well and think, yes, I finally won?
Yeah. First 2 cards appeared, I was like, I've won. It's done. I'll get a smoke.
Deal it. Just give me 2 of the cards, and I'll just sweat the 2. I mean, obviously give me the full range of cards, but only give me 2 of them.
You got 1.
So this is in aid of charity, I believe in aid
Yes.
of a meningitis charity, which
Yeah,
is
meningitis. We have to get them out of there.
Wow. So it is for a meningitis charity.
We have to get them out of jitis.
It is a 24-hour game, so there is a seat happening. There's a table happening behind them where at least one player has been playing for a full 20 hours. How many hours? I think it's been about 21 hours now. It started at 7 or 8 o'clock last night. And James in seat 2 has been playing for the full 24 hours as well. So we've been playing for a very long time, so hats off to him. I did play briefly, lost quite a lot, and now I'm here.
Well, we need a charity though.
All in aid of charity. Still doesn't make it any better. Doesn't make me feel any better anyway. I'm sure it does. Yeah, sure.
Flushes on.
So, I have no idea whether, but the button is on seat 1, which is Dan.
First 2.
So, which means first to act is Smurf. Smurf in seat 4
Wow.
with pocket
Got his
5s.
hand.
Smurf opens to 60p. King 9 in seat 7,
That's a lot.
which I
That's a
assume
good
is going to get a
trophy
call out of Jacob. No, Jacob doesn't fish. He throws away the King 9, rightly so. Seat 8 folds. Seat 1 with King Deuce on the button. I assume it's going to fold.
Ooh.
King Deuce on the button folds. We've got 9-5 suited in the small
Very
blind
good.
that folds.
I've
And
got
seat
two really
3,
good
which
cards
Andy
in this
Pilsack
hand.
has 6-7
Both of them are monstrous.
off. Oh no, 5-9 suited core, sorry, in the small
King,
blinds,
queen.
which means 6-7 off
Yeah,
your
sure.
completed big blinds.
I have,
So we've got a 3-way raised board. Whatever. Three-way raised.
I have this, Ash.
We've got a deuce 10 4 flop, which hits no one. So
These cards
pocket
useless.
folders are still good for Smurf. I think we have an open fold, unless I've missed something. Seat 3, Andy Pilsack also fails, so Smurf must have bet,
okay, no
Smurf takes it down. What have you got?
Have you got more cards?
I've got 2 here.
Oh, right.
Nut
You got-
flush.
You got nut flush?
Have you got any good cards there?
Well, I can't.
I also have
I can't win, can I?
These two will help you.
I need,
sevens full.
Did they not help?
I need kings, don't I? No.
Interesting.
Wow.
Oh, it is.
Fantastic stuff.
So I'm getting Jimmy's here.
So we're even.
We are.
I need some food. Wait, it's queen bit. After this joint.
That sounds good.
You got it ready.
We got what? You got one stop for food or takeaway?
Take away. Probably get a queen Vic.
What about
Cookies.
no,
Surely that's.
Spice Girl.
chicken place? The corner? Famous one?
Chester's.
Yeah. I love Chester's, I might get Chester's.
So
Oh,
right.
it's not that good. That place that
I
I
love
ordered from
Chester's.
is good. Like,
Yeah, we get it.
we should order online and then we can
We
get
could order
student
online.
amounts. We should just get beer from one stop.
That's good shout. Okay, so the button
one.
is on seat 1.
Yeah, you
Still,
take it.
I assume we're going to move it because the
Has it got
button should be on seat 2, so
Double
that means
purple.
action will be on seat 5 first.
Hold them. Double pad board.
James, you got the rest of the cards?
No, just hold them.
Hold them.
Hold them.
Yeah.
Pick one.
Oh my god. That's nothing at the moment. It's just a high card.
It's a full board.
You can still win.
With a no, 6.
It's not even close.
Oh, fuck.
Put it on the board.
Playing the board. So that's me. Right, okay. So seat 4 is a big blind, so
He's just going to free roll
folded round to
Chester's
seat 1, which is Queen 6 off.
by commentating.
Seat 1 is Dan. I'm not sure what he's doing here. He's folding. Seat 3, James Rose folded. So seat 3, which is... So yeah, James Rose folded his button. Seat 3 is Ace Queen, who does raise. Look, I think that is a raise. Who so Smurf has Ace 10 suited in a big blind, so it's going to get quite messy. So Smurf has popped it to £11. I think Andy Pilsack. Oh, maybe he hasn't popped it. I've no idea what's going on here, but 2 players in. It's a 10-8-4 flop, so Smurf actually flops at 10 and takes the lead. It's 2 diamonds, no player has a diamond. Andy to act first. Shima's going to check fold this a lot of the time. Lol, because he's a terrible player.
We've got a deuce.
Sweet.
Got fucking nothing. Do you have anything?
Andy has checked this to Smurf. Smurf bets out £2.10. Andy does have 2 overs to the board, so in his mind it's hard for
No,
Smurf to be ahead here.
I don't.
Well, it's not hard for Smurf to be ahead, but he's got 2 live cards in his mind. Of course, we know he hasn't. Andy quickly folds out of position,
Not
and
terrible.
Smurf takes down yet another pot.
This is my best hand.
Is it good?
Maybe.
Wow.
God, please, God, hold.
Wrong. You're drone dead.
Hold. Yeah.
GG.
You're saying hold, you got second pair top kicker.
It's fucking hard. You can get a king, a jack.
I did have a king and a jack.
You can get a king, a
I
jack,
had a 3.
a 6, a 3, a queen. Correct.
Are we gonna swap this?
Sure. But we found it.
Well, we'll take a quick break. We are going to take a quick break. The action's going to continue, you just won't have commentary, so we'll be around away for like 5 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Wait, how many joints were
Quick toilet break.
Or 3 people. Are you still talking about that?
Yeah. I ain't weird. Hi guys, we are back. Sorry about that break. Let me just see status quo. So we seem to have a new player in seat 3 where Smurf was, seat 4 where Smurf was. I don't know who that is. I also don't know the action, but it's 5-7 deuce, and it's the end of the hand. Is the window open?
Who else was in it?
Yeah, I don't know how to close it.
It's closed.
I feel I heard from it.
No, it's closed.
I can feel, honestly, come over here.
No, it's just cold.
That's shit insulation. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
It really is
Turn the
terrible.
radiator on.
Hey?
Alright, so you're 2 0 up.
Turn the radiator on.
Yeah.
Sweet. Who's of those? Mine.
They are Kieran. It's just sitting on the stream, eating your food. Pretty cool board because it's very chopped. It's
Oh,
Omaha.
sick board. To Omaha.
Huh?
Omaha, you say?
Yeah. My goodness. Alright, you kill next too.
Wow.
Just peel a boat. Okay. Oh no.
That's actually good.
Yes. Needs to dodge a 3.
Oh.
I'll peel from it, so my head.
That's it, good boats.
Nope, King 8.
So it's
For King
3.
Queen. 3, 4, no, 8.
No, it's just 3, isn't it? Or
Yeah,
king.
so, yeah.
Just chop.
Yeah. No, I'll bet. No, that was close.
That was so,
Just this on this
that
flop.
was so big, yeah, on that flop. Okay. So. Looks like the action is on James Rowan, seat 2. 5 deuce off. I'm not really sure what's happened so far. I'm not up. D8. King 6 suited. Has raised 60p. Looks like we've got to call it a seat 1 with 5-2 suited. That doesn't sound right, but. James Rowan, seat 2. Has Jack 8 off. And he makes a call for 60p. Seat 3 has 4-5 off by the looks of it. And incredibly, he hasn't folded yet. And he fills out. Eventually folds. Seat 4 has pocket 8s. The only legitimate hands. I'm not sure who that is though. That's either Aidan Sutcliffe or Lucas Durney, judging by the arms.
Great arm reader. I'll take these 2 first.
I'm great at reading hands. No, it's not. I don't know who it is, but it's £1. He's raised it to £2.60.
Look at
So he's re-raised it. Seat 8 with the call, who's Kieran, so it's extremely unlike Kieran. It's 160, so over raises. Seat 1 comes along with 5-2 suited. Seat 2 very rightly gets overway. So we are 3-way to a flop somehow. Queen of Diamonds, 4 of Hearts, and the King of Hearts. That gives Seat 8 a top pair with King 6. 5-2 completely misses. 4-5 has a pair of 4s, and pair of 8s has been 8 flop.
There's your hand, Ash.
2-6. So seat 3 folds. Not really sure where the action was. I think that's a £2 bet. Or £1 bet. Or is it even a bet? Very confusing here, but I don't seem to be doing anything.
That's on you.
You see this on.
You follow the actions. I do.
Okay, so pocket 8 at seat 1 has bet out, which means it must have got checked round him. Seat 8 with the pair of kings. Calls. 4-5, no, 2-5, whatever it was, quickly, but out of the way. So to the turn, 2 players. There's another king, so Kieran now has trips. He checks it to seat 1. He may still think his 8s are good, possibly, unless he thinks Kieran's check calling with a queen. Seat 4 is going for another bet. Hanging himself here for, I think it's around 260.
I don't like this bet for mates. Oh, we have to get called by a 4.
Well, yeah, it's very strange bet. I
It's
mean,
high.
unless he thinks Kieran's floating the flop with a heart draw. Kieran quickly makes call, but I think it was for about £4. River is a 3, changing nothing. So Kieran's got trip kings here. I don't know if he checks it in other streets, because I don't think he can get his opponent to bet out again. So I think Kieran checks his hands, and he's probably going to have to bet.
Bet
No,
big.
he did check it, and seat 1 check behind, and Kieran's going to show him the kings versus seat 1's 8. So I don't know who that is.
I think it's Ross. Yeah, not Ross's arms. I think I might win this one.
You got 8, 7. I got deuce.
Alright, you have outs. I don't have a boat. I got 6-9 for the next straight. Don't give her an 8.
Ooh.
6-9 chop. Well, WP. Alright, so a cup of tea. Drink of tea. Cup of tea.
No, I ain't food. So seat 6 a button. Seat 7 and 8 in the blinds. Got any munch?
Yep. No. No much.
Okay, so buttons on seat 6. So it means seat 1 is first to act with Queen Jack suited. Under the gun here in a cash game, it's okay to limp, and I think he has limps. That's Dan Penrice. Seat 2's 7-4 offsuit, which I assume is going to go muck quite quickly. At some point. So seat 2 James Rowe is still looking at his 7-4 offsuits. Which he folds eventually. Seat 3 with 4s? Pocket? No, 5-4. Folds. Seat 4 folds. Seat 4 has... Seat 3 did call. It's for the red seat 6 who has A7, I think. He makes a call. So it was in fact a raise from under the gun with Queen Jack suited. Seat 8 with 8-10 offsuit. 6-10 offsuit, sorry. Also makes a call. Not yet. We're still debating what I think that's Smurf in seat 6. with A6, I believe. C8. In the big blind. Folds. Okay, so we have three ways to this flop. First act will be seat 1. So that's Dan with Queen Jack suited. The flop comes King, King, 7. So Queen Jack's still ahead, although he's not ready to know it. He is first to act. He checks. Seat 3 with 4, 5, I think. Checks. Seat 6 puts out a bet. It's a £5 chip, but I don't think it'd be £5 into this pot, and quickly takes it down. So ace high getting a lot of respect, but ace high was of course the best hand. And Smurf shows the ace high. This is the UClan charity poker game. So essentially UClan, we are a university, Central Lancashire, of England, and we have a poker society. And we're a very active poker society. We stream a lot of games. This particular game is a 24-hour cash game in aid of charity, aid of meningitis. This is the alumni weekend for our society, so all of the old members, including me, are up for one weekend only, so it's quite a big weekend for the society. And tomorrow we will be streaming our actual alumni tournament. So that's a tournament between all the people who are in the society now in the university and all the people who were in the university. So we're going to be playing a big tournament tomorrow, and we'll be streaming that live as well. But at the moment, it's a 24-hour charity cash game at UClan in the UK. Meningitis now charity. So we have a straddle from seat 2, which is James Rowe, which means the action is on seat 3, Andy Pilsack, who has deuce 5 off. I assume it's going to get out of the way at some point. Action seems to be going quite slow on this table. Okay, so it's got around to seat 4 somehow. Seat 4 has raised with pocket nines. Bunch of quick folds. I assume it's going to take this down. Is that an ace? I think Andy might have ace deuce. Surprisingly, James Rowe in seat 2 with big blind calls with 5-2 off. It's a 160 bet, £1.60. Andy has also called from seat 3 with ace deuce off. So that comes Jack 9 3. So that's a set of nines for seat 4. First to act is seat 2. It's 2 checks. Seat 4 checks his nines. That's an 8. Both players still behind. 5 deuce, I believe, is drawing dead, and ace 4 is also drawing dead. So bet from seat 4 gets both players out of the way. So a set of nines there, but he didn't get paid for it, unfortunately. Okay, so it's C8 on the button, who is Kieran, our Poker Society chairman, which means the action will be on seat 4 first. Seat 4, I'm not sure who that is at the moment. Oh, sorry, no, seat 3 straddles. Straddle to 40p with blinds are 10 and 20p. And actually, I think that's a re-straddle from seat 4 as well. So that'll be up to 80p. So action is on seat 5, who is Smurf. Seat 5 folds. Seat 7 has 8-4 offsuits. That's Jacob. Jacob doing something. He's having to think about it, and he throws it in a nook. Seat 8 has King 7 suited. So it's folded round to him on a straddled pot. And that's Kieran. He looks like, as he is on a button, he's going to take a stab at it. So he does take a stab at it. It's £3.20. Seat 2 has King Jack suited, calls. Seat 4, who's a double straddle, folds his ace off. So we have seat 2, which is James Rowe with King Jack suited in big blind, and then on the button we have Kieran with King 7 suited. So the flop comes Queen 6-4, so King Jack way ahead here, and he's first to act. I think he checked it, seeing as Kieran's counting out chips. He has checked it. Kieran bets £3.60 or £3.30 maybe. It's around the same as his pre-flop bet though. Oh, it was £5.60, and James calls it with King Jack. So the turn. Turn is a 6. Neither player hitting a pair yet. The board has paired, so it's on James. It's quite interesting as both players have nothing. Both players check. River is another 6, but trips on board. So it would actually be a chop. If he gets a showdown, it will be chop, as the hand is 6-6-6 King Queen. But Kieran bets out, James folds, Kieran shows him the bluff, and James is quite disgusted that he has folded to a chop. Or is it a chop? No, maybe he didn't fold. Maybe we both got it down showdown, as it now looks like they are chopping the pot. Yep, they're going to chop this. Okay, so the button is on seat 1, which is Dan, which means seat 4 will be first to act. So we've got seat 2 and 3 for the small blind and big blinds. Okay, so under the gun in seat 4, he has 2-3 off. Or maybe it's a straddle. I think it, yeah. No, it's not. Oh. So seat 4 folds, 2-3 off. Seat 6, Smurf folds. Seat 7 has 7 deuce. And of course looks like he's going to get involved. So seat 7 mate is Jacob, who has raised to 60p with 7 deuce off. Seat 8 quickly calls with 7-8 off. He has him crushed. Seat 1 folds. Seat 2 has 4-3 off. No, seat 1 hasn't yet. Seat 1 has folded. Seat 2, 3-4 off. And seat 3 has King Tray off. We've got one caller from seat 2 with a 3-4. And obviously seat 8 called with 7-8 off. Seat 4 puts his hand in the muck, and the big blinded call as well. So we're 4 way to the flop, which is 3 King 6. So seat 3 takes massive lead with King 3, 2 pair. Seat 3 checks. Seat 7 again betting £1 with a 7 deuce off. He's not going to get it, I'm afraid. Seat 8 with 7-8 off. Let's put something in my pot. I'm not sure what they are, but they certainly aren't chips. Maybe they are chips. I can't really see them. It's a bit warped. So seat 8 folds. Seat 2 folds. Seat 3 will be going nowhere, which is Andy Pilsack with top and bottom pair. We have Chris Weatherall with us. Chris Weatherall. Come here, Chris. Say hello to the good people. How you doing, Chris? How you doing? So we've got an interesting hand here. Yeah. Jacob's trying to win it with 7 deuce, trying to bluff it, but seat 3, which is Andy Pilsack, flop king 3.
4 card. Omaha, yeah.
No, just hold them. So seat 7, which is Jacob, is still trying to better this with 7 deuce.
It's a bounty, 50p bounty or something.
No, this is a cash charity game. So seat 3, which Andy Pilsack has raised up to 1340, 1320.
He showed it.
Yeah, he showed it. He showed a 7 deuce. Jacob has showed a 7 deuce. He's got to quite rightly give up. I'm not really sure what he's trying to do. Oh, it's Chris Weatherall. It is indeed 24 hours long. All in aid to charity though. There's only 2 players who've actually been there for full 24 hours. So I was involved myself at some point as well. We've had lots of players coming in and out, but 2 players have been there for full 24 hours. Which is fun. Good fun.
What, how many hours you play?
Like 4. Got stacked twice. Wasn't very fun. Got flopped for a second nut flush, and obviously someone else has flopped flush, so that's £100 down. Down the drain, but it's all in aid of charity. Simon?
That's what I had anyway.
He sort his act out because we're supposed to be going to a shop.
Yeah, he's just sat there.
Carmel is not on the stream today. I'm not really sure where she is today. She might be on it tomorrow at some point as we play our tournaments. But she is not on it at the moment. There you go. Our very own Jesus confirming that. Oh my God, it's an earthquake. Okay, I don't know what the button is. The button is seat 2, which is James Rowe. So seat 7 to active has got ace 8 of hearts. That's Jacob, and I think he's going to open his hand. He does open to 50p. Seat 8 folds. Seat 4 has King Queen. Seat 1, sorry, has King Queen, which is Dan. So Dan in the cut off with King Queen. We've got the button who has 10-8 offsuit, who's called. Seat 3 small blinds has folded. Seat 4 big blinds who has 10-9 offsuit will come along as well. So we have a 4-way pot. I assume it's going to come along. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, it's getting like 7-1.
Yeah,
so.
it's got a call there. 10-9 big blinds. Flop
Oh,
is 10-8 ace. So Jacob flops 2 pair in seat 7. Seat 1, King Queen has a gut shot. Seat 2 also has 2 pair.
Yeah, who is seat 2?
Seat 2 is James Rowe. So James is sat down with about £500. It's quite a lot of. So seat 2 also has 2 pair. And seat 4 with top pair, mid pair, sorry. So it's quite a lively flop. Bit of something for everyone.
I'm not saying he's going to go broke, but I think he'll lose like a few hundred bigs.
Well, this is Andy Pilsack in seat 2, I believe, who's in the small blinds. Oh no, that's seat 3, so seat 2's here. So seat 4 was the first to act.
Seat 7 continued.
So seat 7, yeah, did continue for about £2 by the looks of it. It was 2 pair, ace and 8. Seat 1, who's Dan Penrice, will probably continue with a gut shot.
It's not the best hand to continue with, but he's drawn to nuts, so it's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Problem is he's not closing the action, so
I don't think.
I'd have probably just ditched it. But
Yeah.
Seat 2, I don't think should raise either, because I don't think Jacob's ever going to give action with a
Does
worse
seat
hand.
2 raise?
That's not necessary.
Oh, did he raise?
I think he has actually.
Yeah, I think he has raised because it's back on Jacob. Now Jacob, who's got a better 2 pair, is going to have to decide what to do with it.
Well, not folding ever.
No, he's never folding. I mean, it's pretty hard to put Andy on a set. Andy plays quite loosely with a lot of hands.
Yeah.
So Jacob, by the looks of it,
C2.
quite rightly calls.
I thought C2 was James Rowe, but hey.
Yes, so C2 is James Rowe, who's quite tricky actually. So, yeah, it's a strange
So,
3-bet.
oh, wow, he's
Oh no, that's another raise from Jacob then. That's
I think
Yeah.
now, if there's a time C2 and not go broke, it's now. Like, honestly, you got
Yeah.
3-bet here. It's
he
like pretty
does
much.
just call.
He opened pre. It's always like it's so strong here.
He does call.
I think if like.
If an 8 comes down,
I
it's
think
game over.
if like blank comes down, he might lose another street. But
So there's 7, so it does complete a straight, but an unlikely straight.
but I don't expect Jacob to have like Jack 9 here. And
No.
I think C2 can just check and fold this, or fold to any bet here. Sucks, but I think this is a snap fold.
So Jacob is betting. I think that's probably around 16. James Rowe puts his glasses in, which does not count as a call.
No, it's not Biden.
Jacob still counting.
All right. Well, he's not gonna.
It was 12.80 by the looks of it, or something like that. It was around 15.
Wow, it
pounds.
went all in and call. Wow, how was he?
I don't think it was an
What?
all in, but I think he did call his bet.
Yeah, he's just.
Oh no, it is all
doing
in. It is all in,
That's such
and
a,
it's a 9, which helps nobody.
Yeah.
Which means Jacob is
wow,
going
that
to
would
take
have been
a very
such an
big pot.
action killer. That if that got to the.
Yeah, exactly. It would have been check. So I think it's a very strange shove.
He overplayed his hand there. So
Massively
bad.
overplayed it.
Like what worse hand calls? Like seriously, he
Mm.
opened pre and then 3-bet the flop. Like what the.
Well, he got bet on
what
every
the hell?
street, and James, James got raised on the flop, and Jacob's raised.
I
every
even said
street.
I didn't think he'd go broke, but
Mm.
what do I?
Jacob's raised every street, so it's unlikely that he hasn't at least got 2 pair. That's a big pot for Jacob, at least. One spunked off for James Rowe. James Rowe spunk off, called it. Very good.
Yep.
Nice button here, which is seat 2. So James Rowe's now he's on the button. Seat 3 and 4 on the blinds, which means it's seat 5 to bat first. GG indeed.
Jamming like small middle 2-pair into a tie player. Good game.
But Jacob did just show 7 deuce.
Yeah, but he didn't win, but he showed 7 deuce.
Yeah.
I'm still always believing he has a hand there on the flop. Like
It always
literally
has.
always.
10-8's not strong enough because if you think
Honestly-
he's got at least 2 pair,
honestly,
then
I'm-
every other 2 pair
I'm
beats your 2
ditching.
pair.
I'm ditching 10-8 there
Yeah,
against
you've got
most
to.
there.
Yeah,
I
absolutely
just
got to.
ditch it.
So we've got a straddle from seat 5, I believe. Seat 6, which is Smurf, has some sort of face
Seat-
card 9, Jack 9 maybe.
C8 has aces.
Seat 7.
And C1 has 8s.
Well, seat 7 has ace 10 suited, which is Jacob. He's going to get involved again. I think it's one pen, 10 aces. So yeah, seat 8, which is Kieran, has aces. I'm not sure if the 7-2 game is live. I was playing there earlier
I
and it
heard
wasn't
it was.
live earlier. It maybe now. So it's folded round.
Seat
Kieran has
one-
re-raised to 4
C1
pounds.
past 8s.
Oh, it couldn't have been 8.
Yeah, he did. C1 past 8.
Maybe it's Kieran's got a reputation.
Yeah, he's pretty tight with his 3-bet seat in this sort of spot. You can
Is
just
that
you can just ditch 8 here.
Andy called with Queen Jack in seat 3.
Is that suited? I think
No, it's off.
suit.
So that's a very loose call. Seat 5 has some strange combination, which isn't look very
Looks
good.
like 6-3 off.
Yeah, something pretty bad, so folds. We have Smurf, and I think he was the original raiser, and he does have one face. I think he has 2 face cards. He has Queen something, Queen of Hearts. He calls Ace 10.
Oh,
Quickly
suited
calls behind
definitely
as well.
call.
Yeah, you're getting a very
Well,
good
just
odds.
he's waiting for clubs here for sure.
Well, there's a 3 of diamonds,
Nice.
9 of spades, and
Wow,
So
I think
he's hit top pair. Queen Jack has an up and down straight draw, which is Andy in seat 3.
I'm expecting C7 to lose a fair bit here. 3-bet pot, top pair. even
It is
against
difficult
Kieran.
to get away. But I mean, if he knows Kieran's...
I just think when Kieran's going to just barrel every street, he's just got to overpair every single time here. I just don't expect him to be light.
Oh, so Smurf has Jack Queen as well?
Wow, and he has in Smurf has Jack Queen. Wow.
Interesting.
If I was playing against James Rowe in his spot there, then I'd probably just flat because he's got so much money behind.
It's check round to Kieran.
Just hit a decent flop and stack him.
Check round to
decent
Kieran.
turn, sorry.
Kieran's better at £11, which I think it is a very wet board, so it's about an 80% pot bet. I think that makes sense.
C3 Andy. I like a raise here.
A raise, really, with Queen Jack?
Yeah, because, well, I just don't see the merit in flatting because you probably want to just get this in, to be honest. You've got enough equity to get it in. Plus, good fact, you might get like top pair fold here.
Fair enough. Well, in fact,
I don't know.
We have clarified.
I don't think aces will fold.
That Smurf has Jack 10, so Smurf also has top pair.
Oh no, well, C3 raises, then Jack 10's a snap fold here, but
Yeah, Ace 10 may have a decision.
I think Ace 10's got a legitimate decision. Aces doesn't. I'm not folding aces here.
No, but I also think Ace 10 with Kieran.
Wow, he's shipped it.
Andy put it all in.
Wow, see,
Yeah,
I
Andy's
don't
put it
hate
all in.
it, but
Well, it's what you were saying.
I don't hate it, like, but someone's calling here. Jack 10 easy fold.
Yeah, Jack 10 should be folding here. Andy has ships. I'm not sure if it's more than the original bet though.
Why is he not? Why is he still tanking? Why is Smurf tanking? It's snap fold. You've got no. You've got one pair. Like just snap fold.
Maybe he thinks there's a lot of draws out there. Maybe
Yeah,
he thinks,
but I'm not even. I know it's Andy, but he's never. I've never seen him raise like.
Well, I don't see Kieran doing it with weekend. Maybe he thinks Kieran's got Ace King. Surely that's the only hand you could pick Kieran on, which he
Got to
beats.
remember, Kieran's track behind is just like showing so much strength in the hand that I just think it's an easy
With
fold.
2 players behind, it is a very easy fold. But he's still tanking, Smurf is.
Why?
It's definitely
Someone
10.
must have you
It's
beat
definitely
here.
Jack 10. Yeah, he finally lets it go.
See, I think Jacob will snap fold this.
Jacob has
He's on the
Ace
tighter
10.
side. Like I just expect him to snap fold here.
It's hard to be ahead when there's been a raise and a shove.
Good passer.
He shows.
I think he's
his
passing.
Ace 10. Yeah, he
10
showed it. He's passing it, which means it's all in there, and it's Kieran versus.
Well, I don't think
Andy.
Kieran has a decision.
No, I think Andy was a call, but he didn't cover the original.
Wow, a 10.
Wow.
Oh, and a
Another
7.
10,
Oh no.
which
no,
Andy doesn't get there.
No, it doesn't.
But if either Smurf or Jacob had stayed in,
Kieran's ace.
Kieran would have been out. But as it stands,
One out.
Kieran's aces are ahead.
And look at that,
Jacob's
he's
waving
so
his ace
result oriented. Yeah, good fold, sir. Good fold. It was a good fold.
It is a good fold. It should always be folding
Wow,
that.
Kieran's hand like held 4 ways. Fucking hell.
He's still pointing at his 10 though.
Yeah, I don't care. Kieran with aces
For
there.
1-8.
The one time I've seen Kieran free bet and he just has aces.
I'm gonna remember that for tomorrow. Where Simon is, because I could do some food. In fact, I'm gonna find out where Simon is.
It's in the other room, I think.
I'm having some food.
Yeah, so that was a massive pot there for Kieran with the aces on 10-9-3, was it? Held against Jack Queen. And Jacob made a discipline fold ace 10 then and would have hit his 1 outer, but that's results. So we've got a new hand here now, pocket 6s for seat 7, and seat 8 has an ace, an offsuit ace, ace 8, and seat 1 has ace 2 diamonds.
Well, whether when you just comment it, stay there, okay?
How long?
Yeah, I don't know. It won't be long.
You getting Robin now or something?
Yeah. Stay there, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, and keep commentating and talking about the stream and tomorrow and how you're having so much fun.
Yeah, alright.
Brilliant. See you soon, mate.
Alright. Yeah, so I think seat 5 was it opened, and seat 6 called. Yeah, so it's gone 6 ways to the flop actually. And the flop is 7-8 queen with 2 clubs. So C8 has middle pair nut kicker and I think C6 has kings here and he just flatted pre. I'm not quite sure, but it's come 4 clubs on the turn, so it's quite interesting turn card. Flush draw came in and 5-6. Kings with the king of clubs is quite a decent holding here. And it looks like Kings has made, C6 made the flush on the has got his flush on the river. Yeah, and C5 leads the river for £5. C6, sorry, C6, my mistake. And C5 ended up folding there, and Smash shows the king high flush. So yeah, so far, a few hands I've seen very interesting so far. We obviously saw that massive pot between Andy and Kieran, whereby Kieran's ace is held against Jack Queen on 10-9, 10-9-3, 10-7, in which so Andy obviously bricked a draw to 8 outs, and Jacob ended up would have ended up hitting a 1 outer. But that doesn't change the fact that it was a very good fold by Jacob. It was a legitimate decision, and I probably would have made the fold as well, just with the fact that Kieran was tracked behind. I just expect him to have an all pair every single time there, by which it's not that difficult to fold really. So we've got a new hand here, and I think the action's on C2 opens with 5-8 suited in the hijack. I'm not sure what C5 is. Cards are concealed. But I believe both the blinds have called, and the flop is 10-2 queen, all diamonds.
Hey, just gonna go pick up Robin like right now. Kieran called me and says you need to be a bit more sassy.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you exactly know what I mean by sassy?
Yeah.
What do you think I mean by sassy?
Louder?
Huh?
Louder?
Yeah, louder, a bit more like you know.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
So-
I've been travelling, I'm tired, so
I know you're
just
tired.
go easy on me.
I'm sorry to bear this on you.
No,
I just want you to be a bit more sassy.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
Yeah,
But you know
that's
what I mean by oomph, right? Yeah? So what do you think I mean by oomph?
more energy, I guess?
Yeah, more energy and just more pow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah, okay, mate.
Okay, cool. So more oomph, more pow, more energy, you know what I'm
Are you
talking
going to
about.
pick Robin up now, or what?
Yeah, we're going to pick Robin up now, okay?
Alright, okay then.
Okay, you just need to make sure you stay there though, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Just stay there. Community someone commentating at all times. We can't leave the.
I know.
We can't have dead air weather on. We cannot. Okay.
Of course not.
Cool. You're a legend. Thank you.
Alright, you're welcome. Right, so I was just chatting to Simon there. Sorry about that. Got a new hand coming up now. So, with one thing that is very exciting is tomorrow will obviously be the alumni tournament. I obviously can't wait. It's going to be pretty exciting, and the last few years I've been there. It's been fantastic. Always huge numbers. It's always great to see the past members. It'll be good to see as well the new members for this year as well. Just see how much their game's improved, developed. Just see as well like who's going to UKSBC as well, because we always do well, don't we? So it'll be fantastic just to see how much of a representation we can deliver once again. Yeah, so seat 1 has passed, seat 8 and seat 1 passed, seat 2 has passed, seat 3 passed, and seat 4 with 3/4 suit. Looks like he's going to open here. Yeah, so he opens there. Seat 5 quickly calls with the ace-8 offsuit. I think seat 6 looks like it's going to pass here, or maybe, yeah. I think I can't quite see his hand, but yeah, he's called as well. And seat 7, I think, even though yes, he's getting good odds, I just don't think his hand's good enough to call with here. So the flop is 6 queen 10 with 2 hearts. So seat 7 flops middle pair with a pretty low kicker, and but I think he's got the best of it so far. Unless seat 6 has, I think he has queen X. The light's pretty bad on seat 6. So I think it was either seat 6 or seat 7 led out here, by which seat 4 still in the hand. Oh, I think it might have gone check to seat 4 who bet, and yes, so it went check to seat 4 who bet, and both seat 6 and seat 7 called. Turn to 7 of diamonds. So seat 4 has turned a gut shot here. It's not a very good gut shot, to be honest, but I think when it gets check 2 here, he should just continue here. He's got like the stone bomb in his range. He has to just continue here. And so yeah, he does continue again, and seat 6 instantly passes. Seat 7, I suppose it's kind of a legitimate decision here. Seat 4 could easily just have hearts here, possibly like Jack 9 offsuit.
Hello, sorry, I forgot my keys.
Bearing in mind as well, seat 4 is really deep here, so you know.
Good sass, by the way. Good sass.
Thank you.
Getting really good reviews from the sass. Sass levels are off the charts.
And it looks like seat 7 is not giving up yet. And wow, that's probably the best river for seat 7 to check and decide. I think, based on bet sizes, I think he can call this bet. Pretty much every draw bricked, so for seat 4 to win here, you'd have to make a really big bet, I think. Certainly can't check now. He did open, pretty much trying to tell the story. He's got aces, kings, possibly ace queen, but seat 7 does have a legitimate decision here. I honestly wouldn't hate a call here. Wow, and he's reluctantly passes, which See, I'm not a fan of that. Like I don't really like that fold. When the river comes, arguably the best card to call on. I think you pretty much have to check call that river. I can forgive folding on, say, a heart river or something like that, but to fold on two of diamonds is just not a good play. It's like, well, you pretty much called the turn for no valid reason, really. It's not a good play, to be honest. Yeah, it was a good bluff. Like he has to bluff that river. Like I agree, Chaos. But he certainly has to bluff. He's got the bottom of his range by that river, and absolutely no way I would be checking that river. Right result, I guess, but obviously I can't say I agree with C7 passing there. He's got a perfectly legitimate hand to bluff catch with, and I probably would have called there. Just the way the hand played out, he opened the cut off. He's going to be open to such a wide range of hands there, and all the draws bricked anyway. So I think by that count, it should be a pretty easy call. You know, it's not that hard a call really. Once you call a turn, I think river's just a very easy call, to be honest. You have to stand by your read there, I think. So C8, he's got a very legitimate hand, ace jack suited. Button, I believe, is on C6. C8 Kieran with ace jack suited. And I believe C2 opened. Or straddle, perhaps. I'm not quite sure.
Can I want it next year?
Is this it?
Yes, thank you.
Alright, you're welcome. And it looks like C8's re-raised here with ace jack suited, which is perfectly fine. Of course, C2 instantly passes, C5 passes, and C7 with 10-9 offsuit, possibly 10-9 suited. Just passes. So C8 takes down that one. Shows the jack of spades. Yeah, you certainly don't want to reveal the ace of spades there. I can't say that I expect Kieran to have a weak part of his range there. I think I would always just give him credit for a hand there. I think in C2's position, I'm probably going to defend quite tight there against this free bet.
How about you do that?
Alright, see you soon.
Good work. The chat love you.
Yeah, so I heard. Yeah, so that was just Simon there, who obviously I've known for a long time. He's been a very, very popular member of the Poker Society. Been on the committee a number of years. Done a great service to society, so massive contribution as well. So new hand here as well, button on seat 7. So I believe seat 2 open, perhaps. Yeah, seat 2 open. Seat 3 pass. Seat 4 with 5-3 off. He hasn't passed yet. Or has he? Right. So well, the flops come 9-7-7 rainbow. It looks like seat 5, if I've read it correctly, has 10-6 off, which is passed, and I believe, and seat 5 took down that one. So from what I heard, cash game so far has been pretty crazy. Some massive hands going on, especially in 6-card Omaha. Obviously, no surprise considering the game's so high variance, and particularly when Matt Gray made a huge call against Glenn River in like £150 pot, I believe. From what I've heard, that was what happened, and it was quite a big call actually. Kind of one of those spots where Glenn's very, very polarised there, and Gray ended up looking him up with the King 10 2 pair. Just quite a optimistic call actually. The way the hand played out, like it's just a very polarising spot. It's kind of, I can't really say whether it's a legitimate call or not. I haven't seen much of the game flow from the cash game, but yeah, it's just it's very read based. But I think I would need to see the game flow in order to make a justified opinion, to be honest. So what we have here, C1 with the pocket twos in the small blind, C7 open, King 4 offsuit, C8 with Queen 3 off, calls, C1 certainly should call here, yeah, with pocket twos, and C2 closing the action, makes a standard call with the 5-7 off. Yeah, so the flop here is Ace 5 Jack with 2 clubs. So C2 has the best hand here, but it's not that strong holding really. I think it's gone. I think it should just go check to the C7, who should really continue here. Yeah, so it looks like C7's contemplating bet sizing here. Not too sure. I would pretty much always just c-bet this board here with there. So yeah, we decided to check and then C8 checked as well. And C2 turns trips. And he checked very quickly over to C7, I think. Who doesn't bet? Who doesn't show any aggression here? I don't really see C8 checking here. I don't think he should. Pretty much has no equity in the hand. Nobody's shown any real strength in the hand here, so C8 should really just be stabbing at this turn card close to 100%. But actually, it looks like C7 did bet. They didn't check. I didn't see properly that they'd not checked. Yeah, so now delayed c-bet by C7. C2. It's interesting actually. I think calling's fine, and then possibly check raising most rivers. It's gone check bet raise. Pretty much, it's quite polarizing actually. This it's pretty much like a 5 or nothing here. So I think all options potentially are open here for C7. But I think he's going to pass. The fact that C2 is so polarized there that it kind of is tempting there to endorse free betting that turn card, in which then the river was dealt Ace of Hearts. Yeah, so C2 takes that one down. I think C2's kind of unlucky there. Like if C7 had say Jack X, say like Queen Jack something, I think he might call one street and then reevaluate the river. Just because of how polarizing C2 is there, that you just can't really fold to a check raise there. So I do have a new hand here, and c5. Can't quite tell if his cards are in the muck or not. Oh yeah, they're not in the muck yet. Yeah, so what's going on here? I think it was Misdeal, perhaps. A new deck was passed over the table there to the dealer in seat 4, was it? Yeah, Miles, I think it is. And the button got moved along as well onto seat 1. So there might be a few issues there, but it looks like it's been resolved now. I do have to say though, with regards to the new live stream we've had this year, it's very impressive. It's a massive step forward for the society. It's just it's a very creative idea. It makes our society look very distinctive to other societies in the country, and it really does boost our reputation for when we do go to UKSBC. A lot of recognition will be warranted from it. It's an entertaining idea. It kind of promotes a more analytical side to our society as well. So it's just brilliant to see, to be honest. I have to say, when the idea first got told to me, that I was quite surprised, but it is the modern era, live streaming, so it just shows that we're very in touch with the modern times, to be honest, as well. So seat 1 has King Jack offsuit on the button. Seat 4 10-5 off. I think seat 5 opened, seat 7. I think he's still contemplating on. Yeah, so seat 7 called, seat 8 called, and as did the blinds as well, I believe. Yeah, so 5-way to the flop. 4 spade. That was a good card for seat 7 already. But I believe seat 5, 7-6. He has 7-6. He's flopped 2 pair on this board. It's quite coordinated actually. Seat 2 with middle pair and middle kicker. Yeah, so seat 5 continued, and seat 7 instantly folded. Looks like seat 8 just called with his open-ended straight draw. And seat 2 called, which is kind of interesting. And so seat 8 made his straight on the turn. Not too sure how he's going to get paid here. Seat 2 has also turned an open-ender as well. And the river's quite inconsequential. Yeah, so it looks like it checked to seat 8, who will now bet his straight for value, of course. Yeah, so seat 2, easy decision to fold. I kind of... Yeah, and seat 5 passes pretty quickly. I do find it quite hard for seat 8 to be bluffing there. And think he showed the Ace of Hearts. Yeah, Ace of Hearts shown. I do find it hard for Kieran to be bluffing there. I guess I would probably give him more credit for a hand there than a bluff. Although most draws, like flush draws, did break. Yeah, so I think it's usually a good fold by c5. Just because of the player betting the river, the opponent betting the river there. I would rather give credit there for minimum of 2 pairs as Chaos a7 ace8. It doesn't have to have a straight there. He may value bet worse than a straight there, but I think as well, like, yes, value betting like a7 ace8 is pretty easy as well, because I think the other 2 players in the hand of not their ranges look pretty weak by the river. And when they check the river, they pretty much can never have a straight. They can have 2 pair, of course, but I don't really think they've ever got a straight there. So I think it's a really good bluffing spot for Kieran, to be honest. When both players check the river, like, they pretty much can never have a straight there. So it's a really good spot to balance your range there, I believe, just based on the fact that they're rarely calling there. So c7 in this hand has ace queen off, small offsuit ace for c2, c4 7 deuce off. And it looks like c7 just did open and c2 called, I believe. Yeah, so it's gone 4 ways here, I believe, yeah. 6, 10, 6 with 2 clubs on the flop. So and c7 check there, yeah. And c2 in position as bet. c5 folded out of turn, which I don't condone. And c4 called, I believe, with just 7 high. And c7 of course cannot call. I think c4's plan. I'm not sure if I'm on the right lines here, but c4 is potentially looking for a good turn card to represent, possibly like a club. That's not the best card, to be honest. So yeah, c4 checks. c2 is going to bet again. Yeah, I agree. Chaos setting up a bluff. I think. Yeah, I don't. Wow, is he going to check fold after floating the flop? I don't like that. Wow, it's so unprofitable. It's not a good play. It's not a good play. No, it's not a good play. What was the point in calling a flop? Like, I think surely on most turn cards there you have to be aggressive there. You have to either. I'm torn between leading and check raising. Possibly I would more check raise there, just because of the fact that we do legitimately represent a 6 there. Yeah, and considering that c2 led bet into three opponents, that he's going to be quite strong there. But so for us to check raise there is also very strong, and plus combined with the fact that we're calling with just 7 high, and then check folding. It's just not a profitable play at all. There's no validity to that play whatsoever. I mean, it's not a worse turn card to represent, like, to show aggression on, let's be honest. Yeah, so new hand here, and seat 7 with Queen Jack offsuit. Seat 5 has Ace 10 suited, which is very legitimate, but seat 2 has a dominating ace with Ace King off. The button is on seat 4. Seat 7 reaching across for change and impatiently waiting for seat 1 to pass it over to him. And I believe that C7 is going to open here. Yeah, which he did actually, yes. Seat 1 has called. Seat 2 calls. And I think seat 5, who isn't closing the action, but he does have a very legitimate hand, he's going to call as well. Yeah, I think it looks like just a call. Seat 6 could call with a wide range of hands here, but yeah, it's a very unspectacular hand for Smurf in seat 6. Yeah, so it's gone 4 ways to the flop. 4, 2, 8 with 2 spades. So seat 1 has a gut shot. Seat 2 has not improved, but can still have the best hand here, some percentage of the time. Seat 5 with Ace 10 suited, backdoor hearts. Yeah, and seat 2 has bet in position here with with Ace high. Seat 5 passes. Seat 7 passes. Seat 1. Yeah, so seat 1 should call here. Yes, seat 1 does call. Is drawing to the nuts. 7 of spades, so it's very interesting turn card. Seat 1 does have a pair now to go with gut shot, but he's not drawing to the nuts anymore. I'm torn between check folding and check raising here. I think we don't really. I don't hate check raising here. I do think we do have a draw here quite often, like a flush draw. We would call it flush draws a lot on the flop. So superior move for me would be to check raise. And I believe he just check called, which is such a weak play. And the river hasn't been dealt onto our screen here, so I can't see what it is. From a distance, it looks like a spade. That's not very helpful for us watching. I can't see what. And I believe we're check. Yeah, and seat 1 having misplayed his hand, shall we say, has won this pot with the pair of 7s. But I do disagree with the turn play, just check calling, which is such a weak hand. I kind of just think check raising is such a. I don't know what he was doing on the river. I'm guessing that it was a spade. I didn't quite see, and so he would have been check folding. 6 of spades, Chaos says, was the river. Yeah, so I think he was always going to be check folding that river, but I don't see the merit in setting up a check call on the river anyway, like on most rivers. There's zero merit to it, to be honest. I'd probably rather check raise turn and then lead decent rivers, especially like a 6 of spades. Any card that brings 4 to a straight as well. Don't know why C2 checked either. Pretty much his ace high is never ever good, and C1 is so check folding so many hands there. Obviously, it's surprising that C2 had such a weak hand at the turn, just a 7. So, but I still think even all his 8x hands are check folding a lot of rivers there. So it was a good spot to bluff, to be honest. So new hand anyway, and C8 has ace 10 offsuit. And C5 has ace king offsuit, so just have C8 dominated. So we're waiting for C8 to act under the gun. Yeah, so C8 is going to open here, of course. It's very easy open with the ace 10 offsuit. C1 has passed. C2, C3 was never in, sorry. C4 is surely going to pass. Oh well, actually I didn't see. Yeah, C1 and C2 hadn't passed. The hands were in the way. I couldn't really tell. I do apologise. C5 should certainly be free betting here. Although Kieran is on the tight side under the gun, I think it's just a pretty standard free bet with ace king offsuit. And I do expect Kieran to probably just fold here. And it looks like C6 has ace queen suited. Possibly king queen offsuit, something like that. I believe he called. So C8 closing the action here, I think will call as well. So there's 3 very legitimate hands here. C8 obviously dominated by C5. Would be very interesting in the flop came ace high. Oh, ace queen, yeah. Okay, thank you, Chaos. So it's quite interesting that C5 has is dominating in 2 spots. And the flop has come 8, 5, 10 rainbow. So C8 flops the best hand. I believe it checked to C5. I was thinking that as well, Chaos. I don't expect any of them to go broke necessarily, but yeah, I think C8 should be happy to call 2 off 3 streets here. C6 has already passed. There's no reason for C8 to raise here. It's a pretty easy check call, reevaluate turn. There's most turn cards I'm happy to call here. Like, well, mass majority in fairness. 7 of hearts. So hands like Jack 9 came in, but I just don't see them in C5's range, to be honest. It's probably just going to go check and bet again. Yeah, so C5 does continue again. Once again, I think C8 has a pretty standard call here. Yeah, so good night to Chaos. And I will see you at the alumni as well. If that's actually the case. Yeah, and it looks like C8 hasn't passed, of course. Well, I don't really expect him to pass. And a queen of spades on the river, so it's not that bad a river. Quickly checks over to C5, who I am torn between giving up and firing one more bullet. Do we try and rep aces or kings here? I mean, well, we do. And I think C5 5 has given up. Yeah, he's given up. I think he was